Hi guys, this is your boy Alano B, the billionaire, the big brand as always. And you know what? Anytime you focus on something, your energy is always 100% driven into that thing. And we always here to make sure that we create awesome content, we interact with you. At the moment, we're still young, but our vision are big. And today I just want to talk about why is it so hard to start a business in Africa. In US, we have many startups in a year, more than 1,000 startups in a year. And these startups, we know majority of them will fail because of lack of capital or liquid money to sustain the companies. But those that survive that hostile environment, they are always turned into fortune companies or billion-dollar companies. But then, let's come back to Africa. I will start one by one. For example, in Kenya, first of all, let's evaluate the taxes. Everything in Kenya is taxed. Anything that you do is taxed. And for a startup, the most important thing is for you to have cash flow. If you don't have enough cash flow is like oxygen to the startups. If you don't have cash flow, within 1 month or 2 months, you're out of the market. And what are the importance of startups? First, they create employment to the young people. Secondly, they improve the economy of the country. Thirdly, there is what we call growth in GDP. So if these startups are dying before even taking off, what does that mean? It means many people, as young people, we shall not have employment. We shall not grow the economy of the country. And to make it worse, for example, if you are going to start a company, then anything that you are doing, you are being taxed. Applying for the company documents, there's this taxation, everything. Then setting up, buying those office equipment, chairs, tools. For example, if you are in media production, you need cameras, you need lights, you need everything that involves starting a media company. But then, if you evaluate these kind of things, all of them are being taxed, and the taxes are so high in that you can't afford even to buy a camera. This means you will not be able to start the company. Then, giving an example, let's say now my company has failed to take off. Then I decide to close it legally. If I'm applying to close the company legally and you send me the documents instead of asking me why I'm choosing to close the company, so that you can provide me with maybe the best environment so that I can carry on with the business, but you are making my work easier by giving me the documents that I should fill so that I close the company. Does it mean you are there to support or you are there to encourage so that we close the companies? But I know you will be making what we call registration fee, because for a company you have to register. There's those registration fee that we pay. But then when I'm closing, it means you are cutting out many opportunities that I could have done. And for a business or for startups to operate in a smooth environment, the first thing is always make sure that taxes are what kills businesses. Because many companies across the world, people will never want to pay tax, especially when taxes are so high, in that people will evade. But if the taxes are so conducive in that somebody is making money, he or she will be able to pay the taxes. But many countries, especially in Africa, things are so taxed in that you can't carry out business. Let's start with petrol. You need fuel to carry out these businesses. Check the taxes on fuel. They are so high. You need transportation. The taxes on cars are so high. I was discussing with somebody that a car might cost like 500,000 shillings in Japan, but shipping the car to Kenya, it goes up to 2 point something M because of taxes. Why is it that it has to be like that, instead of just having conducive environment. And to make it worse, this year, there's a bill that was passed and it was signed in that there will be an increase on taxes on some products, some commodities. So this has already given us that inferiority complex of even opening the company or starting a business. Rwanda is the best country to start businesses right now because it's free cost to have a startup in Rwanda. It's the only country in Africa that has zero cost when you start a company. But the most expensive, especially Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa, those are the most expensive countries when it comes to starting a business. But then, you see, as a continent, putting those aside, look at the facilitation or the transport mode between one country to another country in Africa. If I want to go to South Africa right now, I'll have a hassle. Compare somebody who is in the US from California to Washington. Those guys, they have their access to transportation is very easy, especially with air. You don't have to incur those high costs when it comes to moving around, because that one gives you the ability to carry out business from one country to another country. But in Africa, even getting the air ticket, it's too expensive. If an air ticket will cost, let's say, let me put it in dollars. If an air ticket will cost more than $1,000 to fly, what does that mean? Is that money to use for basic needs or to use on transport? So these things have given us that negative mentality when starting up companies in Africa. And that's why you see Africa, people say we have opportunities. Yes, we agree, but those opportunities are being, the people don't give us a good environment to carry out the business or the opportunities we want, especially our leaders. Our leaders are always making our life so complex as the young people. We graduate with skills, but we don't know where to apply these skills. We don't have companies, companies will need our skills, but how many are there? If we had many startups, especially, go read about Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley always encourages startups each and every year, like more than 1,000. In Kenya, we don't have such kind of opportunities. We have to create our own opportunities. Then when we create the opportunities, they are taken away by the government through taxes, through harsh environment, through corruption, all those kind of stuffs. And we want to change our mentality, our notion when it comes to business. Read about the people who have had successful businesses in other countries. Elon Musk was born in South Africa. After studying and analyzing that the opportunities in South Africa won't be able to be good to his growth, he had to grow, he had to change, he had to move, he had to go to US. Now, look at where Elon Musk is right now. He has SpaceX, he has Tesla, he has Boring Company, he has the solar company. Because in Africa, he never saw that opportunity. Dangote, rich person in Africa, he is not operating in a good way in Africa. So guys, this is just my request to the government and leaders, business people in Africa. Please fight for us so that we can have those easy and safe environments so that we can carry out our businesses, or we can have startups. Like this one is a startup, but I don't have that conducive environment to import cameras. We don't have cameras, we use our friends' cameras, but we want to buy them. But they're too expensive because of taxes. Because we are passionate and we want to grow, we want to create jobs for other people and for ourselves, to create a living, a fortune. We need conducive environment so that we can do our businesses. So guys, if you're watching this video, make sure that you share with your friends. Maybe it will have an impact to those people who are at the top there, so that they can rethink what we think about how we are affected by this kind of systems these guys put across, especially those that don't favor us. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is your boy, Alanobi, the billionaire. Peace, guys.